Some say love is a winding road, carves a map through the darkest night.
When I was a little girl, I wanted to do a lot of things. I wanted to go to Ethiopia and take care of the sick. I wanted to have an Oscar Emmy, and I wanted to dance and sing and possibly be rich and famous. I also liked acting goofy and making people laugh. But I realized what I really wanted to do was serve people. So, I want to ask you a question. Do you believe in dreams coming true? I do. And it's happening right now in my life. I get to serve people, and I still get to sing and dance and draw and create, even if I'm not making money out of it. And the dream of me being a wife and being a mother and taking care of my husband, well, that came true too. I'm a housewife and a part-time nurse, so my life didn't exactly turn out like I thought that it would, but my dream still came true. You just gotta look at it differently.
Hello friends, you guys, I'm attempting to do a vlog. It's me, Nadia. So I'm gonna show you guys the day in the life of a night shift nurse, and we're gonna start off with going to work. So I had a burst of energy. I feel great. I had a headache for a while. Anyways, so you know I've been baking a lot if you follow this channel, if you're part of my thing. And I started my stomach started getting bigger and things started happening to my body. Anyway, so I made banana loaf bread with no nuts. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to work and just share it with people at work. And of course I'll have some too, but that way I can still do my love of baking, but not consume too much on my own. Yeah, this is something that I like to do. I've always done it. And it's funny because my family, my dad or anybody, oh, why are you always cooking for people? Or, oh, look, here you go. Because I like it. This is what I like to do. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my banana nut bread. And I'll see you guys, maybe at work we'll have a little chit chat. But I'm going to show you guys my morning routine. But nighttime, it's not good. On my way to work, I'm usually hectic. It's wild. It's crazy. It's not a pretty look. And one day I'm going to get better. So I'll see you guys at work, or I'll see you in the morning when I get off of work, and I'll show you guys how I unwind. It's 5:58 p.m. and I'm going to leave in like 15 minutes. Usually I eat dinner right now. I've been up since 3 p.m. But usually I eat. Wake up at like 5 or 4, do some laundry, kind of lollygag around the house, and eat dinner. So I haven't been that hungry this morning for some reason. I ate a little bit of cereal, but usually I eat something more heavy. So I'm gonna eat like a Nutro bar or something like that, and then I have some leftover spaghetti. I'll eat that tonight and just kind of snack all night. That's what I think I'm just gonna do. I'm not in the mood to like eat heavy. I'm just gonna snack or eat dinner early and snack all night. What's going on here? It is a mess in this kitchen. Okay, so some leftover spaghetti. And you guys, the reason why I think it's chaotic every time I go to work, even though I only work 2 days a week, thank the Lord. Don't get me wrong, I like working a little bit. So I also can't just do a normal job because I just don't see myself working 5 days a week. It's just, so that's why I work in the hospital, because I have more options. I just don't like the idea of going to work every single day, 9 to 5. That's just not the reason why I chose night shift, is because day shift in the hospital, it's just too fast paced and chaotic. I can process, and there's a lot of critical thinking, and I just don't like the rushing. Anyway, so I work 2 days, but I think the reason why I'm chaotic at night is because I really don't feel like going. I like being home. It's just, once I get there, it's cool, but like leaving, it's just like, eh. So on my way to work, I'm probably gonna just eat this because all I had is cereal. I've been working hard today. I don't know what's going on. So I decided to go in my locker because I brought the banana bread. And I went in my locker, you guys. Okay, and I decided I'm gonna wait for you guys before I open it. I got a gift from somebody, Nurse Nadia. But they got me. I made my night. What's going on here? Okay, they got me some Jack. Okay. And some chocolate. And let me. The Walmart card. Okay. I feel love. Okay. Okay. For the nice things you do and the nice way you do them. See, that's all. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see what they said to me. Thank you for everything that you did for me and for the baby. I appreciate your hard work, and we are grateful for your something. God bless you. We are grateful for your life. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. So sweet. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, you guys, I'm having a good little. I'm about to cry. Okay, you guys, so I'm home. It's Friday, January 27th. I decided that I didn't feel like, I'm tired, you know, it's 7 a.m. No, yeah, it's in the morning. Got some Chick-fil-A. So, yeah, I'm gonna take a shower, eat my breakfast, and watch a little TV, and then try to be in bed by 9:30 a.m. or like, let's say 10. 10 a.m. is like 10 p.m. and I'm not working tonight, so yeah. I don't know. I like sleeping at night too, so I might just sleep like 3 or 4 hours, then get up and be able to like hang out and do stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. And my camera died at work. Okay, so it is Friday. I woke up at like 12 and I went to sleep at 9:30. I woke up at 11:30, I think, night. I don't know. My sleep is a little off track. But anyways, I'm happy about that. Okay. So I woke up at 12, worked night shift. It's 4 p.m. So this is like waking up at 4 a.m. essentially. So I need my coffee. All right. 2010, 2011, like a long time ago, when YouTube was like a brand new thing. You know, I don't know, whatever, what you guys watched in 2010 or 11, but I used to sing a lot, and I'm not like the best singer, but I'm not the worst singer, but I can't help it. I love singing, even if my voice is not like the most beautiful, the most strong. I just can't help it. I love music. I love singing. I love art. And it looked like your friend's sister, somebody I don't know that knows my sister's friend, found me on YouTube singing some songs. Anyways, I might try to post that video, so you guys, I'm gonna apologize right now. I think I want to sing some covers on my little channel, just because, why not? That's like my first videos were me singing, and it was funny. Yeah, but back in those days, they used to be able to put a thumbs down on your video. So now nobody can put a thumbs down, or I think I can see the thumbs down, but the public can't see it. So that kind of helps my pride and my ego. So just letting you know, if you see like a cover, if you don't click, if you don't want to hear anything. I mean, you can click if you want, but just forewarning you, I might put some little singing covers on there just for fun. Why not? He loves like building things. He likes making things. Oh, let me show you what my husband made. Oh my goodness. So He's just awesome. He's just, that man is just pretty unique. Okay. Well, I don't know why I moved the candle. I just don't want the table to look kind of messy. But let me show you guys what my husband made. So my husband made this coffee table when we first started dating. No, when we moved out. Yeah. And look at it. It says Nadia and Jeremy. I don't know. He did that. And I designed it. I told him exactly how I wanted it. So I said that I wanted like some dark wood. He stained it. And I wanted it to be white. I said I wanted it to be white, like that. And I also said that I wanted it to where I could put like my books and all my little crap and things. And see, he made this by hand. He made this. So this was a big deal to me. I'm just a very sentimental person. Like, it might not be like, this is a big deal to me because like I keep on imagining like we're just going to take this to house and it's just going to be something I want to pass on to our children. And like maybe when they get their first apartment or their first place, they can take me. I just want this to be handed down. Like I just keep on imagining like that our grandkids or and then they'll be like, your dad made this or your grandpa made this. And this is your grandma and grandpa. So, speaking of the devil. Hey, baby! And how she was and her upbringing and how her school was. She talks about her family home and her childhood house, how small it was, and her neighborhood and the things that happened and how things were, I think, in the 80s or 70s. I don't know what time she grew up in. And like how the neighborhood changed, and she talked about her family and like I think there was uncles and aunts and a few people in the childhood home that she lived in. And then she talked about her dad and her dad's disability, and he had MS. And if you don't know anything about MS slowly deteriorates your body and it makes it difficult for you to walk and move and things like that. And she talks about, and that's where I left off at. It's like talking about her dad, even though he had MS, he still went to work every single day. He still kept on trying his best and was not letting that like interfere with how he did things. Like he still kept going to work even though he was in pain, even though he was uncomfortable, and he would just keep going. And she said that really inspired her, and she kind of even talks about how she wished her dad could see all this. So in this book, in the beginning of the chapter, she talks about kind of being isolated and how she was surprised that everybody liked her other book because she was so open and upfront about it. And in this book, she talks about how she's kind of lived her life and all the little things that she does to help her manage her home life, her work life, her stress, her anxiety. And she talks about how she has a lot of doubt and anxiety, and she talks about how she doesn't believe in herself many times and how she has to like talk her way up and talk herself out of not believing in herself. And it's like a constant thing. It's been forever, even though she's this highly successful woman, highly educated woman, highly, all these good things about her, but she still has that inner critic, that inner voice that she has to overcome constantly. And she brings up her dad in this and how that kind of shaped her mindset as a child, like, always thinking about the next step because they had to work around her dad's disability. So I'm on page 46. So she talks about how friends are important, family is important, relationships are important, all these things are important. And then in the book, she talks about how she has, it was probably an interview, high standards for her friendships. And I think that's how I feel. That's why I get upset when my friends or supposed friends do certain things, because I have high standards for everybody in my life. Yeah. So this book is very interesting. I'm not writing in it yet because this is the first time, this is my first read, so I'm not gonna write it and stuff, but I eventually will. So anyway, so this book is really good. It just talks about the tools that she uses, toolkits like walking, exercising, making sure that she has a relationship with her husband, making sure that she's taking care of her kids, how she navigates those inner critic voices, what shaped her as a child, what shaped her as a woman. And I think more in the book she'll talk about relationships, how her and Obama, she said that her and Obama had 8 years of like unhappiness, 8 whole years. And like most people, that's like a no, you know, they're gonna get divorced, right? 8 years of being miserable, she said. And how it's not 50-50. Sometimes it's 30%, 60%, 20%, and it's fluctuating. But, you know, there's a cost for this. You know, they devoted themselves to each other and they worked through their things. And so, yeah, I'm really enjoying this book. I highly recommend it. So, yeah, let me get back to it. I haven't been reading it for a couple days, but I'm a type of person where I have so many tools that I work on, especially like in 2011 when my whole world just fell apart. And then it fell apart, I think twice. I think I have 3 major fall aparts. But yeah, the first time it fell apart, I used exercise and going to the YMCA as a way to bring my life back. I was like, you know, so depressed. And the only thing that helped me was going to the YMCA. So that's when I found out, wow, working out, going to the gym, walking can actually help your mental health. And this is before reading studies or anything like that. It was because my dad, we were living with family. We were kind of like in between homes, and that was our first time being like kind of in that situation. So we were living with another family, and my dad just wanted us to get out of their house and not be in their face all the time, you know. So he got us the YMCA membership, and when we got the YMCA membership, that was a way for us to kind of get out of those people's house and have a little bit of privacy with our own family, because it was my brother, my dad, and Alan. And so we would go to the YMCA. Long story made short, I did not want to work out. But he just kept on begging me. Low-key a little annoying. Like one time it was just, come on, you got to go to the YMCA. So they would go to the YMCA every day. I was stubborn. I used to sit and just read a book and refuse to work out when I first started. Then I got bored because they would be at the gym. They would be at the YMCA for like 3 hours or 4 hours. So it was just a long time. It was a long, drawn-out thing. So after I got tired of reading, I said, well, I might as well do something. So I started walking and walking and walking. And then I started walking and walking. I was so skinny too. Ugh, I was so skinny. And then I started walking, and then I was like, oh, this is not so bad. So then I started doing Zumba classes. And then slowly I started doing Zumba classes. I remember my body hurt so bad doing Zumba classes. I was so weak. And then after Zumba classes, I started looking cute and going to the YMCA cute. And then I started doing Zumba classes. And then I started going to the pool and started going swimming. And then I started doing weights and lifting weights. And then I started doing the machines. And my life has never been the same after that. Like, the YMCA saved my life. Nothing could help me. Therapy couldn't help me. Depression medication did not help me. None of that stuff helped me. But the only thing that helped me get out of my depression and helped me like overcome all the freaking trauma that I went through and disappointment and sadness that I went through was going to the gym. So that's one of my tools, is movement, activity, outdoor nature. So I started slowly realizing things. So the gym and walking it has saved me. And then another thing that helped me is nature and going outside and reading. When I decided that I wanted to go back to college and not be such a misfit, and I decided, okay, let me focus, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know how to study, because in high school I really didn't have to study and I got good grades. So I had to like read. And then when I started realizing that like I'm a very blunt person, and so I had to learn about emotional intelligence. Like I don't understand certain things. Like I don't move in a way where I'm thinking about things ahead of time. I'm just kind of straightforward. But that causes a lot of problems because people are not like that. People have a way of operating, and I didn't understand how people were operating. So I would go off on people, you know, like if they felt like they were disrespecting me and I didn't understand why, I didn't care. I was gonna go off on you if you disrespect me. And then I had to start realizing like you can't just keep going off on people and things like that. So, you know, that's when I started doing like some emotional work and learning about emotional intelligence and learning psychology. And that's when I went to college and I took so many psychology and sociology classes. I read all the books. I read it page to page to page to page. I was like reading every single detail. I could have got a minor in psychology because I took that many psychology, and I took abnormal psychology, lifespan and developmental psychology, sociology, regular psychology, elderly psychology, age-related, just a lot of psychology classes. So yeah, this book is awesome. So where am I going? I just feel like I'm just talking. Yeah, basically, she's kind of telling how she gets through life, because life is not easy. It's a lot of emotions that goes with it. It's very complex. And if you don't have a strong mind, a strong foundation, in my opinion, you need to have a strong mind. You need to have a strong body, strong mind, body, and spirit. All those three things. Your spiritual life, it needs to be strong if you're going to be living this life. Your body, your physical body, your temple, it needs to be strong if you're going to be living this life. And your mind, your mindset. You can't let anybody get into your head. You can't let yourself get into your head. So I was so naive. I'm still kind of naive, but I was like really naive, and just just like a butterfly. I was just like a butterfly, and I didn't think about consequences. I didn't think about things. I just did whatever I felt like. I didn't understand people. I didn't understand how people moved. And now, getting pretty wise. Speaking about that, I'm reading another book. Basically, it's the Bible. Matthew, there's some verses in Matthew, and it says something about be as kind or sweet as a dove, but wise as a snake, or something like that. And that's because in this world, you need to know how the evil people think and operate, so you can be able to see what they're doing, so you can be able to defend yourself, so you can be able to know how to protect yourself from these kind of people. See, I was like a sheep, I didn't realize or understand there's a lot of horrible people. Even if they're not even horrible, I didn't realize that there's people who are like so deeply insecure, deeply deviant, deeply hateful, deeply malicious. I didn't understand that. I used to think like if you do something to somebody, then they're going to want to do something to you. So as long as I don't do things to people, then most likely people don't have to mess with me. It doesn't work like that. You could just say one wrong thing and somebody can take it to the next level and want to attack you to the next level. You could just look a certain way, people can just not like you. You could just be yourself and people could just not like you. I'm kind of blunt. So let's say me being blunt the way that I am, I can say something blunt and then suddenly this person takes it personal and now they have a whole vendetta against you. Like, I'm not that type of person. You could say something to me that I don't like or dislike, but I'm not going to go out of my way or be hateful or be envious about you or be malicious towards you. I just won't talk to you, or I'll just kind of distance myself. That's the type of person I am. If I don't really care for you, if I don't really like you like that, I'll smile, whatever, and I'll just keep my distance from you. I'm not going to talk about you, go behind your back, try to backstab you. There's people out there like this. Anyways, this is a big old tangent. Let me go back to reading my book. Y'all distracted me. See you in a little bit. Bye.
So you guys saw kind of how my days go. I'm off 5 days, and usually I spend this time to exercise, read, eat, drink, meal planning, meal prepping, groceries, laundry, and just getting things done around the house and spending time with my husband and my family. I hope you guys enjoyed and love you so much, and thank you for watching. Bye.